Now, News First goes beyond television, the radio and the internet. Our constant attempt is to get as close as possible to our audience. Now, in this quest, News First conducted its 75th media workshop this morning at the Kottapulla National School with the intention of honing the media skills of students across the island. Today was a special day for the students of the Kottapulla National School in Deniyaya, which is located in close proximity to the Singharaja rainforest. The children of the school gathered with much enthusiasm to gain knowledge on a subject which is not in their curriculum. Children of a number of surrounding schools were also present at the workshop. During the workshop, the News First team disseminated information on various topics including communications, new media, media ethics and new technology. News First, which brings you news under a variety of topics including politics, economy and development, took a step forward 2 years ago and commenced a series of workshops for school children to hone their media skills. At our 75th workshop, the principal of the Kottapulla National School expressed these views. I think that the fact that our children are able to benefit from things that have been limited to the cities is indeed a great boon. We have never told any school that we are doing a workshop and would you like for us to have one at your school. The principals have always invited us. Sometimes a politician may call and request us to hold a workshop at a school in his area. But we have never asked the schools if we should come there. There are only 5 days of the month which have been allocated for this workshop, and with much difficulty we try to fit everything into these 5 days. And we do this because of the enthusiasm on the part of the students and the principals. Presidential Secretary on Parliamentary Affairs Kumarasiri Hettike, who is a past pupil of the school, also commented on the program. We appreciate the measures that are being taken by the Sirasa Media Network to improve media literacy among the students. This is very important because it provides an opportunity for these children. And I think that Sirasa has understood the importance of programs like this. This is an example for other institutions. A number of interactive sessions were also conducted in line with the 75th News First Media Workshop.
Delivering the Lalit Atulat Mudali Memorial Oration at the BMICH in Colombo, the former Indian Permanent Representative to the UN and former Indian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka, Shinirupam Sen, commented on the waging of war for human rights.
The event was attended by dignitaries including First Lady Shiranti Rajapaksa, former President Chandrika Kumaratunga and the current Indian High Commissioner in Sri Lanka Ashok K. Kanta. The topic of the oration was emerging doctrine of responsibility to protect and the nature of the United Nations.
It is absurd to wage a war for human rights. First, of course, they did try to wage a war for WMD, weapons of mass destruction, but that was soon found to be non-existent. It was a fraud. So they fell back on this, that it was a war for human rights. But the point is that to ask for any war for human rights is to ask for bloodshed, for displacement, for torture, because that is inevitable in war. So this itself is a contradiction in terms. You cannot have a war for human rights.
Australian Deputy Opposition Leader Julie Bishop says that if the Liberal National Party comes into power through the September elections, illegal immigrants who attempt to enter Australia will be sent back to their home countries.
Visiting Australian Deputy Opposition Leader Julie Bishop toured the Trincomalee area today. During the tour, the delegation also met with the Governor of the Eastern Province, Admiral Mohan Vijay Vikrama.
We've been very impressed by the progress that has been made in such a short time. There has been a lot of progress, massive infrastructure projects, the increase in economic opportunities. We've been impressed by the focus on tourism, and I would hope that Australian tourists will take the opportunity to visit this extremely beautiful part of Sri Lanka. We hope that the reconciliation process will continue so that people in the Eastern Province can live prosperous and secure lives.
The Australian Deputy Opposition Leader also commented on illegal immigrants.
We are deeply concerned that some Sri Lankans are being encouraged to get on wooden boats via a people smuggling trade to make the journey to Australia. It is an extremely perilous journey. We want to stop the people smuggling trade. If my party is elected to government in September of this year, we will send back people who try to make that journey to Australia. They will be sent back to Sri Lanka, and that's a very firm message from the Liberal National Party in Australia.
Education is a universal right, but the reality is that opportunity is not. While it is near impossible to ensure equal opportunity for all, it is necessary to do what can be done to mitigate the divide. This report on a group of students from Akulatiyawa is one such instance.
The children don't wear shoes as it is difficult to travel in the mud with them. We carry the children some distance and then set them down in some areas where there is no mud and allow them to enter school. All this mother is asking for is a proper road leading up to the school so that the children can freely come to school. The students of the Ulpata and Aldenia villages in the Alukatiyawa Grama Niladari division in the Ridimali at the divisional secretariat area use this road on a daily basis to get to school. These students travel nearly 10 kilometers each day to reach the Tissapura Madhya Mahavidyalaya and Alukatiyawa Vidyalaya. Due to the state of this road, only bicycles can travel on it. We cannot go to school on rainy days. It is difficult. We ask officials to provide us with a proper road so that we can carry out our studies.
There are no buses or other private transport services. The children need to walk 20 kilometers each day. This is a crime. While students like this are suffering such hardships, students in other schools are requesting for swimming pools and other facilities such as computer labs. We are not requesting such facilities. I don't think that these children have ever seen a computer.
Not only school children but commuters who use this road on a daily basis have to endure these hardships.
This road has not been reconstructed in a long time. We will have to face many problems if we attempt to take a sick patient on this road in the night. A vehicle cannot travel on this road. The patient might die if he is transported on this road.
We see a beautiful road being constructed through television. We would really be happy if such a road could be constructed for us as well. We hope that we could send our children on such a road as well. While roads are being constructed in many urban areas, why isn't the same attention being focused on these innocent villagers?
Now, according to fishermen, nearly 42 dolphins have died in the seas off the coast of Kalpitia in Puttlam. Now, a group of fishermen who are at sea provided News First with this footage, which you can see on your screens now. When we made inquiries from the Navy, they said that such an incident has not been reported to them and added that the subject does not fall under their purview. Meanwhile, the Fisheries Department noted that they too were unaware of such an incident.
Ravindra Lal Pereira, who was a renowned trade union leader and a political activist, passed away last afternoon. Lal Pereira, who was suffering from a short illness, was 58 years old at the time of his death. Lal Pereira, who was a prominent character in Sri Lankan politics, is a father of two. He is the father of the up-and-coming young actor Kavinga Pereira. Lal Pereira, who is a past pupil of the Kotte Ananda Shastralaya, entered politics through the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. He was the General Secretary of the Movement to Protect the United National Party at the time of his death. A large crowd, including politicians, gathered to pay their last respects. The final rites will be performed at the Vavala Public Cemetery tomorrow.
Take a look at business news. Interest rates on treasury bills, which are an indicator of the direction that interest rates will take, decreased today as well. Now, the Central Bank of Sri Lanka issued treasury bills to the tune of 35,823 million rupees at today's auction.
Bids to the tune of 58,022 million rupees were made for the bills intended to raise 20 billion rupees for the government. The central bank has decided to obtain 35,823 billion rupees of this sum. While 3-month treasury bills fetched an interest rate of 9.63% at the previous auction, the interest rate declined to 9.47% at today's auction. Meanwhile, the interest rates for T-bills maturing in 6 months and 1 year also declined. The National Transport Commission says that a prepaid ticket system will be introduced for private buses before the end of September 2012. Tenders have been called for the printing of prepaid tickets. More than 3 months have lapsed since September 2012. Will the prepaid ticket system which benefits the commuters be introduced at least now?
In sports news, Team Vayamba emerged as champions of the Interprovincial Limited Over Cricket Tournament with a comprehensive 133-run win over the combined Kandurata Over team.
Team Kandurata Uva won the toss and elected to field first at the NCC grounds. Batting first, Team Vayamba posted a mammoth 348 runs, losing 4 wickets in their allotted 50 overs. Opener Niroshan Dikwala scored an impressive 91 ball 104, while Farviz Maroof made 112 runs. Skipper Jehan Mubarak made a 44 ball 77, hitting 4 sixers and 7 fours. Chasing 349, Team Kandurata Uva were bowled out for 215 runs in 38.4 overs. Skipper Tilna Kandambi top scored with 79 runs, while Kaushal Silva made 60. Nuwan Pradeep bagged 5 wickets for 46 runs for Team Vayamba.
Well, also in cricket news, the newly appointed chairman of the National Selection Committee of Sri Lanka Cricket, Sanat Jayasuriya, said that he will commit himself to the progress of cricket. He expressed these views in a media briefing held at Sri Lanka Cricket today.
Officials of Sri Lanka Cricket and members of the National Selection Committee were present for the media briefing. The progress of cricket in Sri Lanka is our main priority. All the decisions we make in the future will be for the betterment of cricket in this country. We have not come here to favour certain players, but to do what is best for cricket. Former Sri Lanka Test cricket captain Hashan Tilakaratne, who was appointed today to the selection committee, also expressed his views. As a former cricketer, I think it's my duty to accept this job. Taking cricket in Sri Lanka to the next level after playing for the country is a great opportunity. I thank everyone who had faith in me. Chairman of the committee, Sanat Jayasuriya, said that since today was the first time the selection committee gathered, decisions on squads and captains for future tours have not yet been discussed.
Other 4 selectors and me need to sit and discuss what's the best for Sri Lanka. So we haven't had any discussion about any of those captaincy issues so far. Nothing. There are a lot of media speculation that we have been discussing or we have been appointed or nothing like that.
Well, with that, we wrap up today's news bulletin here on MTV Sports. I'm Krishni Panditharatna.
And I'm Nadir Majid. Good night and good luck.